Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is Dr. Brady here, and today I'm going to be trying something a little different, something I'm very curious to try, which is mud water. So I have been dying to try this. I keep seeing ads about this, and luckily the team reached out for me to actually try it out, so I've been very curious and honestly very skeptical to try this out. Obviously, for many reasons, mud water does not roll off the tongue like you would hope. But I've heard great things about it, so we're going to try it out and see how it goes. We got some info stuff, stickers, MCT oil mix. What is this? Creamer. Oh, that's kind of cool. MCT oil, coconut milk. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, whip. Oh, it's like an electric whisk. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I mean, could you just use a spoon? Do you need a whisk? Either way. Cool. And the official mud water. All right, that's it. All right, so the first thing I've been curious about, besides just results, if it actually does anything, biggest thing I was curious about is taste. How in the world does this taste? Also, what's in here? We have masala chai. I mean, it's got to taste good if it's got chai in there. Chai tea lattes? Come on. Lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, reishi, cinnamon, turmeric, Himalayan sea salt. Honestly, that sounds pretty good. I love cinnamon. I love turmeric. I love chai tea. All these things sound really good, but obviously it's loaded with mushrooms, and from what I'm seeing is this is supposed to be like a coffee replacement. You drink this in the morning instead of your coffee to help people get off caffeine. So it's a natural coffee substitute. All right, so let's try it out. I wasn't mad at coffee, just disappointed. With 1/7 the caffeine of a cup of coffee, you get focus, energy, and immunity without the jitters, crash, and dependency. This drink fuels your morning ritual in a way that would make Spartan smile and Buddha proud. Take a tablespoon and drop it into hot water. Need some hot water. Some like it with a dab of honey. Some get frothy with their favorite milk. You could try bulletproof or just add some coconut oil. It goes great in smoothies, but don't be afraid to keep it OG and drink it straight up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some hot water. Kind of feel like I'm James Bond unpacking his secret gun that was loaded like in his shoe or something. Oh. Man, how many frothers come in this thing? That's a little tube, you can put it away. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hot, hot, hot. Got the hot water, and it's hot. Got a teaspoon. Now we're gonna pop this bad boy open and take it for a little test drive. Now I'm not gonna be able to speak to results just yet, but of course, I wanna see how it tastes, because my initial impression was mud water. It's probably gonna taste super organic, earthy, nothing in there that's gonna make it taste good. But based on what it says is in here, oh, you can smell already. Oh, that smells good. Now I'm kind of excited, whereas before I was probably a little skeptical. I mean, it smells pretty darn good. We're gonna take a teaspoon, don't spill everywhere. Bam. I feel like I gotta use the whisk. Let's spray. This doesn't spray everywhere. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. I did it without spilling everywhere. That's impressive. All right, I'm gonna put on my sommelier hat. I get notes of earth. Now it smells more earthy than it did in the powder. So now I'm back to being a little bit more cautious of it. Maybe it was just a little tease to get you in. Honestly, it tastes like tea. Nothing crazy, it just tastes like tea. Literally tastes like a mellowed version of chai tea. It's not bad. I really should have done this in the kitchen and not on my office desk. All right, let's give it a little dab, dab, dab. Come on, guys. Go to your home. Too good for your home? That made it better, for sure. Thickens it up a little bit. Before it was just like normal tea, which I'm like not a tea person per se, but this made it really good. I could see why people would put it like in a frother. Yeah, a little bit of like, you know, some oat milk or almond milk to this, froth it up a little bit. I probably do less water. I think I put a little too much water in too. Probably was part of the problem, putting too much water in here. Because I bet you it probably tastes better with a little less water. You could probably get more of the notes in there. Make this a little frothy. It's not bad, I actually like it. So I'm gonna try it for the next week or so. And I'll give you my thoughts. All right, guys, officially gotten to test out mud water for myself, and I have my review it's in. Let's start with taste. Now, in the first time I tried it when I was live on the camera, it wasn't my favorite thing in the world. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, and most of that was because I put way too much water in there. So if you are going to be using this, I recommend putting less water and then slowly adding water to your preference. So for me, I liked it around 8 to 10 ounces. That seemed to be kind of like the perfect window for me, and if you really want to spice it up, I don't know if they recommend doing this, but we have a little milk frother. I put in some frothed, almond milk or oat milk in there, and it was awesome. It tasted just like a chai tea latte. It was really, really good, and it contains all great natural ingredients. So for me personally, as a coffee substitute, I just couldn't do it. I love my coffee way too much. I'm sorry, MUDWTR, but coffee is my jam. I still love my coffee, but what I did like using this for was a little afternoon pick-me-up. So what I tried doing a couple times actually was I actually heated it in water, and then I actually tried using it as like an iced kind of tea thing, and that actually worked really, really well for me. I know they say use it hot, but for me, I like using it iced, and it tastes fantastic for me. So I like using it as like kind of like an iced tea thing in the afternoon, and it was a great little pick-me-up for the afternoon without having to overload my body on caffeine. The second part of the review: did it work? Was it effective? Did it actually work and do what it said it was supposed to do? For me personally, yes, very subtle. I think a lot of times when people assume or think that there's going to be a coffee replacement, they think they're going to get this big jolt like they will with caffeine. Not so much. A lot of this stuff, I would almost consider this similar to like a nootropic blend, just because you have so many of these mushrooms and things that we'll talk about in just a second. But I would almost consider this more like a nootropic blend than, a coffee replacement. And usually with things like this, it's going to be much more mellow, more subtle. You're not going to get this big rush. It's just going to be very low-key, mellow, but focused and attentive and alert and clear. And that's what I like about things like this, is because you can use this as an afternoon substitute without having to get that extra jolt and then crash that usually comes with having that coffee in that afternoon. So that's why I really like this kind of an afternoon thing. So for me, it worked great. I really liked it. I was actually surprised at how well it worked. And also, more importantly, I was surprised at how well it actually tasted, which is the biggest bonus there. So let's talk about what's in it and why it actually worked so well. The first one that comes on the list here is cacao. Now, cacao is chocolate, but it's the raw, natural form of chocolate. And cacao contains a lot of flavonols or flavonoids that are really important for brain cell production, but also increasing blood flow and circulation to the brain. So cacao is a great brain health and nootropic in and of itself, and contains a lot of neuroprotective properties. Now, the next four here, you got lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, and reishi. Now, lion's mane at the top here is going to be your most prominent one when it comes to nootropics and brain health, just because there's so many research articles out there about the efficacy of lion's mane as a brain boosting product and a nootropic. And most of that comes down to lion's mane actually promotes the production of brain cells. It actually produces or helps the brain produce more nerve growth factor. So it's a really powerful nootropic that a lot of people put, especially in form of mushrooms, just because one, it's natural, but it works so well. And then you have cordyceps, and cordyceps actually has been shown to increase blood flow to the brain as well. It's a very powerful mushroom that you're seeing also in a lot of nootropics. Then you got chaga and reishi, which for me are much more longevity mushrooms. For me, in my mind, they seem to be more of the longevity, vitality, energy mushrooms that give you a lot more of that stamina and endurance that you want throughout your day. So by supporting your brain health from the energy and longevity side, that's where I see chaga and reishi kind of come into this blend. Then you got cinnamon here. Now, cinnamon could just be for the flavor profile here, but cinnamon has been shown to help regulate blood sugar as well. So it's a great way to help your brain better control blood sugar so you're not getting those spikes. And then lastly, you have turmeric and Himalayan sea salt. Himalayan sea salt is great for electrolytes and electrolyte balance in your body, but I want to stick on turmeric here for just a second. I'm a huge fan of turmeric. I think turmeric is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories, one of the most powerful nootropics that people can take on a daily basis. Turmeric is super, super powerful. There are so many advanced studies that show how powerful turmeric is, not just as an anti-inflammatory, but the brain benefits that come from turmeric are incredible in and of themselves. Not only that, but turmeric just tastes great. So in this, you can really get a taste of the chai, which is going to give you the ginger and the cloves and the nutmeg, the pepper and things like that. But the turmeric gives it that extra spice that really makes it kind of settle in a little bit better for me. And also, I'm just a huge fan of turmeric. So to get that in the afternoon is going to be a powerful blend. Now, if you're interested in trying MUDWTR for yourself, make sure you check the description below. I'll have a coupon there for you to use so you can get a little bit of a discount on your MUDWTR there. It's an amazing supplement. You get 30 servings per bottle, which is incredible. It tastes great and helps you feel amazing. So I highly recommend you try it for yourself. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to this channel. Hope you enjoyed it and can't wait to see you guys in the next episode.